Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Metacraft server! When I logged on today, I saw another crate delivery. Gift from neighbor. Enjoy. And it's a poisonous potato. I'm not sure what to make of that. Someone has also continued to work on the paths around Blossom Hill, and they're looking incredible. I think this adds a really nice border to where our burrow should end, so I should extend some of the farms to fill all this space. My plan for today is just to work on the burrow and make it a lot more cozy for our bunny. To start with, I think it will make our bunny very happy if we replace this blossom tree with a large carrot. I think that's probably the best carrot I've ever made in Minecraft. It's not very good, but maybe I can think of ways to improve it in the future. Oh my gosh, there are beacons for sale. I should definitely buy one of these. It's been a day since I built the carrot, and a lot has changed on the server, including more deliveries outside my base. Let's go check them out. Be safe. I guess these are for next time I go into the nether. Thank you, Apollyon. Welcome to the server. Please enjoy compliments of Nan, and maybe Nanette. Yes. Also, as a side note, adorable builds you have. Oh, thank you, Nan. Some golden carrots. Mending. I definitely need mending. Thank you. Looting 3. Also a great one to have. And some lanterns. I can make my base slightly safer with these. I really need to think of some gifts I can send back to everyone to say thank you. I must get collecting some cool items that I can share with everyone. Next, I think it's time to go deeper into the burrow. To start with, I think I should build a path so I can easily get in and out of the burrow. So I've made a start on adding the path in. It's all birch slabs at the moment without any supports, so definitely need some more variety added in. And then I've worked on my first farm, which is here, and it's a double tall flower farm with a bit of storage for the flowers here. So I haven't got many rose bushes, so put that there and switch it on. Perfect. And it also works in with the new pink petals, and it doesn't consume any of the bone meal from the top dispenser, so we've got 7 full stacks and 39, and I switch this on and we've still got 7 full stacks and 39, and the bone meal chest is just behind here, so and that will feed both dispensers. So let me just top that up. This is based on Cubfan's video from like 8 years ago, but it still works. Then the path continues down, and I have a sugarcane farm here. I was a bit stingy with the observers, so I've just got 3 observers, one on the centre and one on each end. So it will just go off when one of these 3 grows. So not the most efficient farm. Then next to it here I have a bamboo farm. That's still a work in progress. Obviously not fully efficient as some is dropping on that block. So I've got a dispenser here, so I'm hoping to add in some sort of feed for bone meal so that this farm can be a bit quicker. And this farm I've got the most use out of so far is a cobblestone farm, and I've used up most of my fortune toothpick mining out this. Since we purchased our beacon from this beacon shop, a few more shops have popped up around this area. Let's take a look. And this one sells some gold. 8 blocks for 3 diamonds. It's a shame I spent all of my diamonds on that beacon. What else have we got here? Welcome to quick sets. 1 set. Tools or armour, 1 diamond. That's a really good price. But I'm poor. Next time when I get is definitely going to get spent here. I'm assuming they mean diamond block, not just 1 diamond? But it doesn't look like there's been any sales yet, so I'm not sure. And I guess these are the salespeople. Bucket and Chum. Hello. What else have we got around here? It's a nice use of the new bamboo. Weak panda. Book of panda personalities. Normal pandas. Identifiable by their frown. Do not have unique personality actions. Oh, I'm sure they have some sort of personality. Lazy pandas. Identifiable by their smile. Lie on their backs. Are slower than normal pandas, making them the slowest land mob in the game. Oh, I didn't know that. Do not follow a player who is holding bamboo while they're lying on their back. Worried pandas. Identifiable by their worried expression. Avoid the player and most hostile mobs, except slimes, magma cubes, ghasts, shulkers, phantoms, and the ender dragon. I guess they're not that worried then. Shake and hide their faces during thunderstorms. I guess they just don't like the big noise. Do not eat bamboo or cake items on their own. Oh, they're a very social panda, the worried pandas. Aggressive pandas. Identifiable by their thick eyebrows and tight frown. When hit, an aggressive panda attacks the player and other mobs continuously until the target dies or goes beyond detection range, instead of only once. That's one scary panda. When nearby pandas are attacked, aggressive pandas become hostile towards the attacker. Yeah, they're defending their friends. Weak panda. Identifiable by their teary eyes and snotty noses. That was like me last week when I was getting over my cold. Brown pandas. Identifiable by their brown colour and frown. Do not have unique personality, actions, but are brown and white instead of usual black and white. Also cousins of the legendary chalky milk. Let me know if you think I should bid on a panda, and which personality would suit us the most to join us in the burrow. I think I saw one other shop around here. Let's see if I can find it again. Here it is. Ender chest checkpoint. Ender chests. 2 for 1 diamond. Oh, I definitely want to purchase a couple of these as well. I need to get my fortune pick out and go mining. Oh, there's a bit of a space here. Maybe I could set up a shop. I do have a couple of things I could sell, but I'm not sure how useful they will be to other players. I guess there's only one way to find out. Oh, I only just noticed this is a wagon. Oh, that's really cool. It looks really good. There's no way my shop will look as awesome as this. I think it's gonna go here, in this gap. Leave it with me and I'll see what I can put together. So this is the shop, and it's called Pew Pew. And here we sell enchanted bows with arrows and dispensers. So we have 6 infinity bows for sale for 4 diamonds per bow. I thought it made sense 4 diamonds because there's 4 enchantments on it. And then the same price, but these have flame instead of infinity. And then there's 2 full stacks of arrows with these. And on the other side we have some dispensers. So I spent some time over at the new base location, taking down the cherry blossom trees and trading with the villagers and repopulating the village. But now I'm back in the burrow, and next I want to add some more storage, as the bunny is a bit cramped and I think we need some bulk storage for things like cobblestone and deep slate. So I'm going to add that in here. It's been a while since I last recorded, and I've been playing on the server quite a lot, so the burrow has changed a bit. Let me give you a tour. First of all, we have moved all of our mobs from outside down into the burrow, and we'll get to them in a bit. I started adding in some of the glow lichen and removed all the torches, but I probably missed a few. And one of the farms we've added since I last recorded is this cocoa bean farm. It's just some jungle logs that get pushed around with some pistons, which I've not even hooked together, so I have 2 levers for them. And I found that zombies were spawning behind here, so I added a jack-o'-lantern. I don't think I'll even use many cocoa beans, but I have a farm for them. Then we continue downwards, and we have the flower farm that I've already shown you. I then brought down our composter from inside our bunny base. So if we have any leftover seeds, or even those cocoa beans, we can just compost those for bone meal, and then add them back into the flower farm. I think the view from the flower farm is quite funny. We've just got the fluffy tail of our bunny. And then we continue round from the composter, and we have added in a cactus farm. So it just went off just as I come in here. We just got the 9 cactus in here with some iron bars, and they all flood into these hoppers. I don't think I need this amount of cactus, but again, we have a farm for it. Yeah, I definitely don't need this much cactus or green dye, so this thing can go straight into the composter as well. I just manually move it over. Of course, anyone else on the servers are welcome to come down into the burrow and grab some cactus if they need it. And then we have our sugarcane farm, which I showed you before, and the bamboo farm, now that all the bamboo has grown up, that I placed around here. And I've been crafting up lots of different bamboo blocks and storing them here. I also have this button to trigger the dispenser if I need bamboo really quickly. Well, not that quickly. I think this is the last farm I've added, and it's just a couple of beehives to get honeycomb and honey. It's a design I saw on the Minecraft wiki, which seems to trigger the dispensers every time bees come out of the hives. Or maybe if the honey level changes, I'm not quite sure how it works. But it does mean I get a load of empty glass bottles in the chest down here. So I have to keep refilling. And I decided I think I need more honey bottles than I do honeycomb. So I've added bottles to both dispensers and just had the one pair of shears. This will be useful for any copper that we mine. I don't really have any need for the honey blocks because I don't really do redstone. So yeah, anyone on the server can come help themselves to this as well. But if they need a lot, they probably want a more efficient farm than this. Then to the left of the bee farm is the cobblestone farm that I already showed you. And then we continue down, and I've added in a lava farm. So we have our empty buckets over here. I put them in this barrel to use as fuel for our furnace array that I have here. This just uses a lot of hoppers rather than having a rail. And I also have put in some other fuel. So I've got all those cherry saplings from all those trees I chopped down as well. So far I haven't used this furnace array, but it might come in handy in the future. And to the left of the furnace array, we have a small pumpkin and melon farm. I have crafted up some of the melons already, and I've used some of the pumpkins as lighting. I might have to change this because the pumpkins and melons that grow in the corner often just end up on the farmland blocks, so get wasted. Then just the locations where it's directly over the water stream can grow the melons and pumpkins. And then nothing will be wasted and there won't be any items lying around. And these are our double chests for our furnace array. So everything that is smelted up there will end up in these chests. And next to our furnace output, we have a chicken and feather farm. I have a few chickens up there that have all been named Silence Me, so they're nice and quiet. And I think this dispenser is actually full of eggs right now, but I haven't got it set up to automatically dispense them. So I have to hold down this lever and turn it off and on to trigger the dispenser. But I think that's okay because I don't really want anything like clicking constantly, and I don't really know how to use comparators. I don't think I need that many feathers or raw chicken. I have plenty of food to eat, and I'll probably move to golden carrots at some point in the future too. Then if we spin around from the chicken farm, we have our storage, which I think was the last clip I actually recorded, when we decided to put the storage in here. So we've got a lot of double chests, which I've gone over the top and organised. We don't have a chest for every single block on its own. So for example, diorite and andesite, they share a chest. Same for calcite, basalt and snow. Yeah, I don't have that much snow. But yeah, everything is nicely labelled and really organised. Then on the opposite side we have some smaller storage for, I guess, less common items. So we've got my valuables, got all my weapons and tools and some spare armour. I put the lighting all together, some potions and some dyes, and this is our misc chest and things to be sorted, so these don't really have a home yet. And then I've started collecting some of the mini blocks and player heads. This is what we have so far. We have a few of the player heads as well. And here are my mob heads that I've collected as well. Got quite a few chicken. Maybe I should move some of the sheep heads that are up in our bunny base into this chest. We also have a brewing stand that's nice and accessible here, and a grindstone, but I don't have the enchanting setup down here. We'd have to go up into the bunny to enchant something. And then this wall is all of the items that have a clickable interface, and then some of the useful blocks that aren't a full block height. That's how I've organised them anyway. And then we've got some bookshelves with all of the books I've obtained so far. And one of our villagers over at the village where I'll be building my main base sells mending books. So I have 3 whole bookshelves of mending books, and then 2 looting 3 books. Because I have so many mending books, I've added a little book swap outside the bunny base. So if anyone wants a mending book, they can come grab one and maybe swap for a different book that they have. I would love a Silk Touch book if someone wanted to swap for mending. But I also have no other enchantments on books, so I'd be really happy with any swap for a mending book. Back in the burrow and in our storage location, we also have a mushroom farm. In here it's completely dark, and we've got some seed mushrooms at the top, and you can see we've already grown some mushrooms. So if I click this, it will trigger the dispenser at the back. Oh, I didn't mean to catch that, but there are some hoppers down there, so they should go into the hoppers. And then I click again and the water goes away. And these are the mushrooms we've collected so far. And if we continue down in the burrow, this is where our pathway ends. There's still a lot more down where I could extend this if I wanted. But I think we'll probably be moving away from the spawn bases quite soon. So I think this is plenty of room for now. And right in the corner here, we have a dripstone farm. And you can probably hear a hopper minecart in the background. And this is from our sheep farm. So we have all of the colours of sheep in this room, and a hopper minecart whizzing around underneath them, collecting all the wool. And I've been sorting this manually, and we have quite a lot of wool already. Way too much for me. So I'm going to let everyone know on the server they can come down and help themselves to any of this. I have this trapdoor on the side here to access where the hopper whizzes around, and this is the chest that all the wool goes into. When I eventually find some slime, I'd like to change this to be a completely hidden door and have these blocks retract when you click a button, or maybe use one of those calibrated sensors and just like jump up and down to trigger the door to open. In the centre here we also have our cows, which are very nice and quiet at the moment because they're so happy here. We also have our sniffer here, who is still very vocal, and that's because I can hear him from the storage room, and then I head down here when he's found us a seed or something. There's one last thing I want to do today before we log off, and that's over at the community skelly farm. Someone has done an incredible job of decorating this, but every time I come down here I always forget lapis. And I've been on at least one other stream where someone has done exactly the same. So I'm just going to leave some here for everyone to use. I can't think of individual things to leave outside of everyone's bases. And I really don't know where everyone's base is. So here's some lapis for everyone as a thank you. Overall, I'm really happy with how the burrow has turned out. And I think the bunny is very lucky to live here. But I think we'll be moving on soon, with the next episode fighting the Ender Dragon. That's going to be fun, and I'm really looking forward to getting to talk to everyone a bit more. And then we'll be moving on to our bases away from spawn. Anyway, I think that's all I have time for. But thanks for watching, and see you again soon. Bye!